that is worth the time, that is so magnificent. And on top of it all, is totally attainable. It's a lot easier than any of the success trip that I used to have to work for. And that speaks volume. It gives people like you and I, especially the folks out here for the first time, or if you're fighting to gain your first trip, this is the moment. This is the year. This is the time. There's so many different factors involved that will get you on your trip much faster, much not just for you, but for your team, to bring them along. And there's so many things that's happening where if you just take a moment to really apply what New Skin and the leadership team have set forth, I don't see no reason why you can't gain your first trip, especially to Yokohama, and especially an opportunity to be at an event that New Skin is hosting there as at the global convention of 2026, guys. It is going to be a monumental event filled with a lot of great opportunity for you to grow in 2026. On top of that, to be recognized, uh, to be um, to be rewarded. So I challenge each and every single one of you guys on this call, if you have not been on the trip, that you do the necessary to get qualified for the trip. And tonight, the information is really going to be very, very, very laser focused, very instrumental to you qualifying for your trip. So I hope you guys went out there and get your notepad. Even myself, I got my notepad ready, got your pen ready. If you need a minute to go out there and do that, 2026. If you can be on camera, be on camera. I challenge you guys to be on camera. Show us you're taking notes, right? Oh, look at that. You can always count on the leaders. You just right there. So this is the year of changes. We don't care what you look like. We don't care how old you are, how young you are. We just want to see who you are and see that you're committed. There's going to be a lot of good information. The leaders that are going to share about the trip and how to get you guys involved to gaining your first trip. They're putting their time out of their busy schedule to be here and to really be able to share the information. They don't have to, but they're doing it. So the least we can do is show them our faces and show them that we're paying attention, that we're present, that we're ready to learn. So with that being said, I'm going to share about my first success trip with New Skin. And I remember the first trip was to South Africa. We worked hard for it. We brought team members along, and it was a trip that, no matter how many trips that I have taken with New Skin, good to see you on, Dolores. I see you. Thank you for hopping on. And no matter how many trip I took in afterward, that first trip till this day has still been one of my best trip. So I challenge you to take your first trip. For me, this is like taking my first trip all over again. Yokohama, guys. All the time. Every trip they have is within reach, right? Never to fly 20 something hours to get there, right? All the trips, a couple of hours, Mexico, been there, nothing so, but Japan is definitely one of the trip I want to go. The first trip I went, I promised my daughter she gets to go. That was the promise I made to her that she get a chance. All right, look at the video, guys. Woo! Yokohama, konnichiwa. You see, I'm already learning the language. You see, if you want to go on a trip, you got to start learning the language. That way, you're for sure you're gonna go, right? So I challenge you guys. Oh, look at that photo. That's the first trip. I made a promise to my daughter Terry said she's going to bring her kid. So I'm like, okay, what better way than to bring our kid and make it a family trip? And I made a promise to my daughter, and I worked hard to make sure with my upline, with Terry, with my senior partner, with my account manager, and that trip solidified for me and my family the trip of a lifetime. And New Skin brought that for me. I would never, in my wildest dream, think of taking a whole family to to South Africa. But New Skin gave us that opportunity, and from that trip, we stopped by Dubai. We stayed there for a week, because I mean it's a free plane trip, so you might as well make it worth it, right? So one of our layover is in Dubai, but they give us an opportunity when we get layover when we want to decide to leave. So we decided to stay in Dubai for a week, and we went on the sand dune. We took a trip to the to the big building in Dubai, and it was an experience that my daughter to this day talk about it. So on my son's birthday the other day, when I talked to him on the phone, I said, "Guess what? How would you like to go to Japan this year?" So I made a promise to him this time because he did. Yeah, if you notice, my son didn't get to go because he was just born when we got this trip back then. So we got to leave him back because he was only 2 years old, and it wouldn't make any sense. But I took my daughter. She was able to hang out with her cousin, and they were playing with the mini lion club, and to this day she loved it. She talked about it, and I remember when she went to school, and back from that summer, because that was a summer trip. She came back to school, and when the teacher asked, "What did you guys do this summer?" She was the first one to raise her hand, and she was so excited to share the classroom that she went all the way to South Africa. She went on a safari hunt. She saw the giraffe. And guys, it's not just about the trip, but it's what the trip meant. And that have forever made a difference and impact in my family and my children. So I challenge you guys, if you're on this call, you have kids, you have family, you have children, get them involved, right? Make a promise to them. Tell them you're going to take them to Yokohama. My son is texting me, "Hey dad, do you know that there's," he texted me this morning, "Dad, do you know there's Disneyland in Japan?" So now it's like, okay, yeah, there is Disneyland. Now do you think, what is my chances of failing right now? So make a promise. If it's your spouse, I love what Clara shared the other night about taking her spouse on the first trip. I mean, now he's a new skin. Now he's worrying about his score. You see, that is the secret, guys. And on top of that, with the live convention, bring your team. Let your team know you are a winner. Let your team know you're here to win. Let them know you're going to do whatever it takes this year to win. Because if you do that, I cannot see any reason why 2026 will be that year for you, for your team. That year where you're going to be able to dominate, accentuate, and then create financial income. And if it's not a big check, you're going to create some type of check. If you're able to get multiple people on this trip, when they come back, they're going to be, laser focused, super excited, and you're going to explode. Explosion is made for a trip, and that's going to bring you all the way to the new 2027. We're not here to play day by day, guys. As leaders, we're collaborating with all the top leaders in our new champion family, rewriting the history book, and we're creating a leadership that's going to go all the way to 2027. We're not here to play 1 day, 2 day, 3 months. We're here to set you up for the next 5 years when New Skin grow through that amazing growth. So with that being said, that is my share this evening. I'm excited about the two training that's going to come up and really going to give us the basic, the knit and grits, the numbers, and what we got to do, guys. When this is where the rubber meets the road, what we got to do, the action we got to take, the notes we got to take, the people we got to take, and how we get to take them to the next trip. So with that being said, it is an honor for me to bring up our two superstar lady of the evening, Mrs. Terry Two and Mrs. Clara. That's two of our top leaders. That's going to take us all the way to Yokohama, Japan. Konnichiwa, guys. I don't know who's going first. Is it Terry
Ok,
or
hola, hola, ¿cómo está? Anh em, Talofa, xin chào.
no, we're just gonna say konnichiwa now because it's Japan.
Yeah, konnichiwa. Okay, team. And so, Clara and our Orange County team, including you, K2, when we come down in February, every our event team, I need you all to go and get yourself a kimono. Okay, go get a kimono. So at our event, and also the next time that I do the success trip again, that I want all of you. We're going to give you a backdrop for putting Yokohama in the backdrop and go wear your kimono. Okay,
Sorry,
we're going to
Terry, I don't do kimono. I'm gonna wear a sumo wrestler. Just
assume
some
whatever
underwear.
it is. Okay, team, we have to dream, eat, sleep, Yokohama, right? Okay, you have to see that. Team, you guys see my slide? We're good because normally I go through with my phone as well. It's a habit that I give me a quick minute because I feel very um, strange if I don't have my if I don't have my phone on because sometime but the slideshow that I'm gonna go through, especially tonight, Zoom, is so important that I'm afraid sometimes I talk and I don't see the slide and then I kept on talking. And tonight, Zoom is really important that you get to see the slideshow as well. And so let me.
Oh, we got about 10 people on this call, 11 people. So imagine, guys, if we have 11 people, each of us just bring four, because that's what it's going to take for you to get to Yokohama, four executives. When we bring four executives, that's 40 people on our team that's going to be celebrating in Japan, guys. So a lot of great things happens in Japan. I challenge you guys to do what it takes to get there. Is really exciting. I've been looking at it, and there's this Mario Kart. I don't know about you guys. I grew up in the Nintendo era, and there's this Mario Kart. You get to drive around the whole Tokyo. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that with my son. It's all over TikTok, it's all over YouTube that people are going to Japan just to do the Mario Kart, which is so fun.
Yes, and K2 knows, he's still here with us. We're brainstorming and we're doing all and in the backdrop, Lily on the TV. I have Yokohama in the TV, like playing a few times a day, team, and that's how serious I am going Yokohama. Yokohama, am I saying that right? Yokohama, okay. I still get tongue-tied. So team, understand that in the early days, that's all we do. We have leader that literally chasing the success trip. And we have leader that commit, the first success trip he go as a ruby, the second success trip he go as an emerald, the third he go as a a blue diamond, and then the fourth success trip he go as a team elite, and he just focused on the success trip. And it's not just him. We have leaders, that committing, to focus on success trip. And this time around, back then, success trip, just so you know, when I first joined the business, we don't have success trip. We only have Ruby School. Once you become a Ruby, they fly you into corporate office and you spend 5 days, 4 night, 5 days with corporate. They take us, to beautiful place here. Like, they take us to Jackson Hole. Um, but it's still, an amazing because all of those Ruby that went with me, 16 years ago, they're all now our team elite or $1 million circle. Okay, guys, that's how strong it is when these individual, hit Ruby. And that's the reason why the company are going back to Ruby. I know in the last success trip, you only need to be a lapis and then go as a lapis, but here you have to be a Ruby, up to the point that you going on the success trip, because that's where we always say a Ruby, is that's where we always, I have a saying, you're not for real until you're Ruby. Okay. And so you understand, it's all about being a Ruby and duplicating Ruby. I mean, if you have a Ruby, you became Ruby and duplicate Ruby, that Ruby, 50% chance will become a blue diamond. 50%, that's a high odd, okay, team? And so position your business with success trip is every 6 months. there's every 6 month cycle, knowing that we work on every 6 months to qualify, the success trip and then attend the success trip and leveraging, the company LTO limit time offer, just like we just did with the Prism, all right, in November, December, and now January. Like, but if you stay in tune with the promotion of the company and use that, don't treat it like, oh, it's just another promotion. No, you have to use that to really, you're creating momentum, creating BR, just like, in October, November, they say you can't even buy the Prism until you become a brand representative, right? And so that's a limit time offer. And so these are strategy. And in business, you have to understand strategy, or else you know, same old, or your business will never explode or grow. Okay. And then on top of that, you leverage the corporate event, and OTG event, just like in the last, back in November, I believe, or December, the company tour all over, in a major city, and you want to get there and get your people there, and corporate event and then OTG event, right? Because these are events where it elevate, it level your people up. The reason why your team is not moving, the reason why if you're sitting here and you feel like dragging your team because your team vision is small, they're not at these events, so they will be leaders that going to complain a lot. They're going to focus on the negative. And so when you constantly, as a leader moving to 2026, I want you to commit to, if there's an event, that's like going to school. How can you get a degree if you don't show up, right? Okay. And so if you're on here, you're not executive, that's the beginning. You got to get to executive qualification, right? Right now, when I joined 16 years ago, it's 4,500, and then they moved to 6,000. Now only 2,000, you become an executive, right? You can do it in 1 month, or you can do it in 2 months. And so you're new on the Zoom here today, get together with your upline, your senior partner, and say, what, I want to go to Yokohama. What do I need to do, right? And so these are just basic steps. You got to be executive, and then you really get started, get your business launched, so you can what, become a Ruby, right? You duplicate. Yeah, the system said you need three BR. I always, believe four, right? Because spare tire, you cannot just think about three, just think four. Okay, Ruby, think four. Okay, and then help other become Ruby, really, and just duplicate this over and over. And that's how simple it could be, and knowing that the business, it goes through, October, right? Every 6 months, you see that? You can qualify every 6 months. Every 6 months, you can qualify to go. Why success trip team? First of all, you have to understand, like you hear from K2. I mean, even to this day, my son Solomon get to go with Kamamani, my brother. Just so you know, K2 is my brother. And think about it. What kind of business that, brother and sister can go on trip paid by the company, right? You know, I don't have to pay for K2, not just because he's my younger brother. He needs to earn the trip and the company pay him, right? Yeah. And so this is a great time where if you have family, you work toward a trip. And so Kamamani and my son, they still talk about walking with a lion, holding the baby lion. I mean, I took Solomon, been to London, he been to Philippines, he been to Vietnam, he been to Dubai, he been to Singapore. But you know what? Not Dubai yet, but the the memory that he has the most is the South Africa, right? And so those that last a long time. So promise to your loved one why you need success trip. Let your children know, let your spouse know. If you have a negative spouse, trust me, I see it. When you take that negative spouse on a success trip, they came back sometime, the spouse say, hey, move over, let me build the business, right? And so they would see the vision. And so success trip, it creates a short term. We don't have to talk about Blue Diamond or Team Elite. It creates a short-term goal with clear deadline that create urgency, right? Urgency, because right now we have January, February, March, April, May, June, right? There's 6 months, right? 6 month urgency. And then after the 6 month, another 6 month begin to qualify for another success trip. Because sometimes as human, we cannot see 3 years, 5 years. But if you just put your head down, this year is a year of the fire horse, put your blinder on, right? Just focus 6 months, okay? And that's build credibility in your team, that you show your team that you qualify for success trip, right? I see it when someone qualify and their team. And the worst thing, like Clara, I remember she said, going on a such a trip by myself, it feel lonely, right? Even though there's a thousand of people at New Skin, but you feel lonely without your team. Can you imagine it's like going on a vacation without your children? That's what it is, right? Okay. And build believe and it help expand your vision. Going on a trip, I've always say, no, someone don't really understand the heart of New Skin until they go on a success trip. Because when they go on a success trip, they really see the heart of the company that this company is so amazing. You can have no idea for me in financial to go on a success trip to Hawaii every year to Hawaii. And I have an office in Hawaii. I go to Hawaii once a month, but their success trip is to Hawaii. And I have to compete. I have to compete in all categories to be the top to a 10 or the top, 25 or top 25 personal. I have to compete. Here, you just hit the number and you will go, right? And so it's so, I mean, what I went through and I see this, I'm like, it's so easy, but to able to go, right? And then it's expand my vision. I mean, being at the success trip, I see leaders in our team that become Blue Diamond team lead, all of them consistently going on success trip. And then you get to rub shoulder with other successful leader, in New Skin, world, right? Not just your upline, and then you make incredible memory with your family and team. That's where it is. That's really a lot of the big reason why you need to get to success trip. And you know what, team? I will go through the detail, but I want you to see this vision right here. If you between now, January, February, March, right? Work with your lead to get to yourself to Ruby. All I can say is, and then I break it down in detail how you get the point. But I want you to see this vision. January, this month, February, March. Okay, January, February, March. You gotta do whatever it takes to get, to Ruby. Okay, get to Ruby, right? And then from January, February, March, from April, May, June, you just make sure you maintain Ruby and help your BR maintain their status for April, May, June. Then you go. You're definitely gonna go on success trip. Okay, team. So, I mean, there are some of, if I don't think that we have a lot of great sales talk and super salespeople in the team because you can, back then you can literally sell your way to success trip, but now you have to build a team because we see that people who just sell, they're like, you know, they're working hard month in, month out. And so I truly believe the company changed it because they want people to not only make money, but also long term get true leverage. And so I want you guys to look at, see Ruby. If you're right now not Ruby, I want you to see Ruby. And, your leader, Clara, K2, and we'll work with you. And Dolores, and I see Angelina, I gotta, work with you guys to help you go Ruby, right? And maintain Ruby from, May, June, from April, May, June. April, May, June. April, May, and June, okay? You maintain Ruby. Maintain mean you keep that level. That means your three people have to maintain. Then you will go, right? So between now to the next 3 months, you get to Ruby and then maintain Ruby for the last 3 months, you will hit it. That's how simple it could be. And then, the number, Yokohama right there, January to June 2006. I will put the slideshow into our core group, okay? And then Claire, you can use it. Kay, you can use it to really coach and work with your people, okay? And so understand, and then we get to go, right? I mean, the company first time have a global convention in Yokohama, okay? First time ever. And so to hear that they announced that, wow, if you qualify success trip, they would take you over there attending the global convention in front of 20,000 people. What a double whammy, right? It's so exciting. I've never been more excited about any success. I lost count of how many success trip I've gone, and then beside the team elite trip as well, right? So these are the date we're going to travel, right? Travel date, as you can see there, right? The 13th, our assistant, Julie, we told her she's coming to Yokohama with us because we're going to plan out, a breakout session and recognition for our team as well. Okay, so the 13th, as you can see, the live conventions on the 15th to the 16th, but you get to fly in first on the success trip, Yokohama, right? So that's exciting right there, team. And so understand how to earn success trip point. I mean, you earn through, volume, the leadership, developing frontline, BR, you become BR, developing frontline BR. And then, as your leader, your BR become leadership team, meaning they build volume, under them. All right. And then also create a bonus point, Prism IO bonus point. I mean, this is an extra bonus, because back then, success point is only based on, volume and helping people move up and helping your team generating volume. We have never seen, that now even selling, a particular, product, which is now is our Prism IO, you also get points. So that's exciting, right? And so you see there, Ruby, and you have to be a Ruby when you travel to Yokohama, right? You cannot just travel to Yokohama as a lapis. You have to maintain that level, and the target point is 100. So I want you guys open, sleep, think 100. Okay, the number 100, and of course, you have every month you work closely with your leader. But right now, I want you guys just see Ruby, right? Just like I need to get to Ruby, okay? And then the leader and us will work closely with you to make sure you maintain that level all the way up to the end of June. Okay. And so today I'm going to talk more like as if you're new, okay, that you have never been to a success trip. Okay. So I know Clara gone to many success trip like K2, but I'm talking to like 95% of all of you on here. Treat this as if you're qualified for your first success trip. Okay. So minimum, as you can see there, you gotta be a Ruby, and then that would mean you get two airfare, right? Two airfare, a ticket for you and someone else. And if I were you, if you want to create memory for your children, tell them. I think the biggest motivate, of course, you have to pay extra for your children to stay with you, but it's worth it, guys. We told our boys already, our four boys, they're coming with us. Um, they're coming to Yokohama. Four-star hotel room for 4 nights. I mean, breakfast including, two free ticket. See, and you get two free ticket, to live convention, right? Live convention, awesome. I mean, and if you have young, my boy's gonna go to, the live convention as well because they're gonna walk on stage. By then I think we'll be recognized as $10 million circle, with the company, with at the live convention as well. And so I'm so excited, team. And so here, let's dive into how you earn point volume by creating volume. Okay. So understand that every 500, of points, in your group, once you become a BR, all the volume is considered as GSV. Once you become a BR, and what did I say about becoming BR? You gotta generate 2,000, in 1 month, or you can do it 1,000, 1,000, and then become, BR. Okay, 2,000 in 2 months, but minimum you have to make sure you have 500, of customer member or customer directly to you. Okay, and so if you're confused about that part, don't worry. Get a hold of your upline Ruby, diamond or blue diamond. They sit down with you. Okay, most important, you just gotta make a decision that I am going. Because nothing is more powerful than a made up mind. You just got to made up your mind. I am going. Yeah, I am going with Terry. I'm going with Claire. I'm going with Kay. I'm going with our whole team. We're going to make history, team. But this event truly will elevate Nu Skin to become the number one company in the whole world. So 500 point. You see that equal 1 point, right? And then once, you as a BR, if you generate 3,000 in your whole group, which is everybody under you that volume does not belong to any of your other BR, then that's 3,000 point. You earn another 6 point. Okay, 6 point. You see that? And then if you do, think about it. If you do 10,000 GSV, I know that probably this month, Clara could do 10,000 because right now, with 10,000, instead of just 10%, we get up to 25%, commission on GSV, right? Which is the building bonus. Okay. And so this is huge. Imagine that you're helping people in your team to qualify for their success trip, right? All that volume, if they're not a BR, count for you. All right. So someone who do 10,000, wow, that's 20 success point, right? And how many success point you need total to go? 100 success point. But we break it down. We're talking about this is just January, right? So if you're new right now, get yourself to BA, right? BA, if you do 500, see, you get 1 point. You do 3,000, you get 6 point. Okay, so this is you creating points for yourself, right? So here's the leadership point. Again, it's not about you doing everything. 30 years ago, I've learned that, I don't like sales. I don't like to talk, but I've learned about the famous quote in a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Andrew Carnegie, who's the first billionaire made in America, he came to US as an immigrant, and within a decade he became the first billionaire. And you know what his famous quote is? I'd rather get 1% effort of 100 people rather than 100% effort on my own. Think about that. I'd rather get 100%, 1% effort of 100 people rather than 100% effort on my own. And when I realized that I'm not a good salespeople, you know, I, I, I can't even sell ice to Eskimo, okay? But but if I have 100 people, right? If I have 100 people, everybody do a little bit, and I'm like, wow, I love that idea, And so here is the leadership point is by helping other people. Think about it, if you help someone in let's say K2 is new, I work with him, right? Yeah, let's say he's new. I work with him, I help him become a BR, right? And once he become a BR and his team, maintain minimum, just 2,000 in his whole team group, I get 4 point, right? But if I have a frontline Ruby, if I help him become a Ruby, guess what? Instead of 4,000, if he's a Ruby and his whole organization, maintain, because he's a Ruby, he has to have based on what we shared earlier, four, right? Not three. I want four, right? And four of his BR, if they're just maintaining 2,000, right? Four times two, that's eight. And then let's say he did three, that's 11,000, right? So that's if he did, three, that's total over 10,000. Then I get 20 point. Things about that. I get 20 point. And that's the reason why we say if you became a Ruby in maintaining Ruby in April, May, June, and your team should minimum, if you maintain Ruby, your team should be total more than 20,000. So that's 20 success point, right? 20 success point, meaning the last 3 months, you 20, 20, 20, that's 60 points already. And then for you to go all the way up to Ruby, you probably generate another 40 points. So as you can see there, if you help someone frontline to you, these are frontline. G1 is frontline, right? They become diamond, you get 36 point. Right now, for example, Dean Win, our frontline, he's a blue diamond team elite. We get 52 points, right, on him because he's our frontline. And so as you can see there, he's you. If she's a goal, right, and she did 4,000 over here, you see that? Eight, 8 point. You see,
So
so let's say
Terry's already qualified by February on her birthday.
February of my birthday. Because we have more than six frontline. We have frontline Ruby, frontline Diamond, frontline Blue Diamond, a few team elite, one team elite, And so you can see there, right? If you help someone frontline right here, let's say you put yourself here, you, Laura, here, Clara, this could be, Martha, this could be Rose. This could be Gigi. Gigi, if you have this person right here, beautiful. Let's say you have Dolores here, or you have this is Jose, right? And if Jose is just a BR, right? And then he did 2,000 in his team, how much is that for you? See, 4 point, right? 4 point. And then here you have a goal, right? A goal, right? That's a goal right here. You have 8 point. You see that? And so if you
Mhm.
add up here, and guess what? Under this goal, there's a BR, right? The BR did 2,000. You see that? Right? And then
Mhm.
of course you don't get point here because this is your front line. You see that? So you get 12 points already, right? By helping
Oh,
your
thank
team too.
you.
You see? By
Mhm.
helping your team too, you get points, right? And so here, and then leadership team, additional points. I mean, these are so many different ways you can earn. But I don't want to go through a lot of this with you guys. Remember, I just tell you if you're new and then your goal is just get to Ruby. Okay. I will recap that later. Here is like this is something for probably K2 or something for Clara because they have leadership team. Um, but knowing that, as a leadership team, we get points as well. Okay. But I think, and here's an additional point, if you have a frontline emerald, like, Clara, but I want to skip these because this is for a high for leader. This is for someone like my, Clara or K2. So I go through it with them. Okay. But I want the new people on this Zoom here today to understand, how you can qualify, by creating. And I love this creator bonus point right here. These are all bonus. I mean, this is where you want to focus every month, helping someone become a BR, helping someone become a BR. Like the first right now, January, identify all the new people you're bringing who say, I want to go success trip, as a, and help that BR, the BA become a BR. So here you help them, someone new signing up, and you gotta every day. I truly believe if you're serious about this, you gotta put down 3 to 5, prospect that you can connect to your leaders and connect them over to 101 to the BB, right? And so someone new, brand new, meaning new, they have never joined the company, okay? And help them sign up, right? Let's say this month, month one, you help them sign up, right? And then make sure that they have 500. If I sign up Clara and I say, Clara, you scan, you're in the red zone. Let's sign up and get some supplement for you and your family. And I scan the husband, I scan the children. And so let's say she's and I will sign, make sure that she signed up her husband or her spouse, as a member to get the product under the member. So that's already qualified, her, let's say 500, right? And some product for her, maybe a Loomis ball as well, or beside the health products, right? So $500 sign as a customer under Clara. So right there, she become a star affiliate creator. Think about that immediately. By me helping, her become a star affiliate, I get 1 point. Okay. And then, she's halfway to become LOI. She already did 500. I got to help her 5 more hundred so she can become an LOI, right? And so I help her become an LOI for the first time. I think she never been LOI, right? Even if she joined 5, 10 years ago, but she never LOI. She LOI mean letter of intent. She never really tell the company that she intend to become a BR executive. Okay, so I help her, submit her LOI. I help her do 5 more hundred points. So now, she, become an LOI. I get 2 more points, right? I mean, each step. Right? 2 more points from here. And then guess what? We're not going to stop halfway, right? From LOI, she already got 1,000. Guess what? If I help her do 1 more 1,000, hey team, this is where we're very selective, Clara, K2, or Gigi. This is where you gotta be selective of who you're gonna zone in and help that person that 1 month from being a star affiliate to become an LOI to becoming a BR, right? Become a BR. First time ever, frontline. You get another 6 point. Think about that, 6 point, right? And then guess what? Eventually, when you help this BR become a Ruby, first time Ruby, you get 10 point. If you add this up right here, well, right there, 9 point, that's almost 19 point, 20 point by helping someone new coming in. And of course, when it comes to this point, we don't expect if you're new that you're doing this. You're gonna work, you're gonna have your upline Ruby, upline Emerald, upline Blue Diamond, you zone in to work with you and work with your people, okay? And to help you become a Ruby. And so think if Claire worked with someone, let's say she worked closely with Rose, and let's say Rose, brand new, uh, becoming, we call it the star affiliate, meaning, someone come in and immediately have $500 of direct customer sales volume. Okay, direct customer meaning doesn't mean you have to go sell. You just gotta, sign up a member account and order your product under that member account. Right there, you become a star affiliate. Okay, and then help that person become LOI, help them become a BR, and then help them become a Ruby. Right there, you already have one Ruby right there, with 20 points already, helping them moving through this channel. All right, and so as you can see, and then this is number four, create a bonus point, star affiliate. As you can see there, if this, if January you help one star affiliate, February one star, so every month right there, you already have 4 star, create a bonus point. You see that? And given that you have to, have a $100 customer volume. I mean, every star affiliate, you get how many points? You get 1 point, right? So if you have 5 people, so you want to come in right now, you think about 5 people, help bring in 5 people, help them, get the $500 order under them. That's, 5 points, right? You see that how simple this, you can focus, you do that all in 1 month, and then next month we can help these people moving up to LOI. So you can see that simple. I'm going to put this slide in. And so then you help them become LOI. You see that? Creating first time LOI. And you want to do that before the 22nd. If you do it before the 22nd, you get another 2 point from the same person. You get 1 point and then 2 point. Okay. And then help them become a BR, right? You help them become a BR in the same month, you get another 6 point. You see that from the same person. It's exciting. You right there, you're already looking at, 1 point, 3 point, 6 point. That's 10 point already. You see that? 10 point. And how many point do you need? 100 point, right? You see how that goes? And as this person progresses up to be Ruby, you get another 10 point. You see that? 10 point. You see that? Right. By June, but the person became a Ruby, and if they became a Ruby, 90 days, as they became a Ruby every month, they maintain Ruby, you get 10 point, 10 point. You see that? So don't worry about how all the volume add up. Most important, you decide that I want to go, and this is on top of everything I share with you, this is even extra bonus. I truly believe if some of you commit to this, you'll probably go over above 100 points. I think Clara going to go above 100 points in K2. Right there, by selling 20 Prism, you get another 3 point. You sell 60, I mean, this is on top of everything else that I share with you. Okay, so, this morning I went in, with my account manager. They didn't update, the success, for Japan yet, but it will show up, right? In the back office. If you want to consult with your upline leaders or myself, we're going to go into your back office and see, how many, and it will track for you. It lets you know how far off you are, how many points has you accumulate already, all of that. And then you want documentation, you want fly, you want, to read more about this. To me, everything, if you focus and you understand, the detail, you will get there. It's like, trying to get your driver license, trying to get your degree. You got to know what is it that you need, right? You cannot aim, nobody can just aimlessly and go on a success trip, okay? And then, they're going to have the success trip tracker. I mean, print this out and right here you mark every 500 points, what you did, and then who is your your four your four BR, right? And a leadership team. I mean, you work this with your upline leader. Print it out if you're serious. Okay, print it out, look at it, work with your leaders on that. Okay, and most important, you gotta take action, right? Dream without action is daydream. I don't want you guys daydream to Yokohama, right? You have to take action. And so how it started with you setting a goal, right? You got to set a goal that I am going, and then you got to work with your leader to bring people in, sponsor. Either you're sharing these amazing product or you're sponsoring, right? Because you get point on either way, selling creating volume or sponsoring someone, right? And then promotion, of course, you also get point by promoting the Prism and getting people on subscriptions. Okay. Again, team, there, I recap Ruby plan. I mean, your goal is you got to get to Ruby as fast as possible and then maintain Ruby because every month you maintain Ruby, you're looking at almost 20 point. Okay. Almost 20 point. Once you go Ruby and you help, your leader will work with you to maintain and make sure that you still Ruby. Every month you maintain Ruby, you get around 20 points. Okay. So I want you guys to start thinking who's my four? Who's my four BR? Who's the four people? That's like I'm gonna help. And out of that four, you might have someone say, you know what? I want to be a Ruby too. I want to move, I want to go success trip. I've learned, every 3 to 5 people you bring in one will go crazy. And so out of the four, you're gonna have one gonna go crazy. And so I want you guys visualize, you're building a strong table. You need four leg, right? I know they say Ruby, you only need, three, and then one of the three, they have to generate 5,000 point. No, to me, that's still a weak Ruby. A strong Ruby to me is like four. Okay. So I want you to imagine that four. Okay. And so again, decide, this is tip for you to really be successful. Decide today. Say, I'm going, Terry. I want you right in there. Say, I am going. I need to see your chat. I need to see you guys put in there. I am going. Okay. Because nothing is more powerful than may of mind. You just got to say, I'm going. The detail, it comes. But most important, you just got to say, I'm going. And then you say in public, take the Yokohama flyer and then put the video onto your Facebook. Say, hey, who want to go with me? I am going. Who want to go with me to Yokohama? Right? Put on your Facebook, play the video. Julie, later you can put the video of Yokohama success trip, into the core group, into all our group. And then I want all of you to put in there and write, write a post. Say, you know what? When's the last time you go on a dream vacation and have someone pay for it, right? How about going for free? How many call me? I'll show you how, right? Of course, you're not gonna, I mean, we're gonna work with them and get them, understanding how to go success. But then you're like, I am going. Who want to go with me? It's the subconscious mind. If you say enough, you're going, guess what? You're going. Thoughts or thing. If you think you're not gonna go, you're not gonna go. If you think you're gonna go, you go. I always believe that, there's a great book starting the new year. All of you should read. It's called The Power of Thinking Big. I'm going to put in there the powers of thinking big. I'm rereading it right now because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that our team will have over 100 couple going to Yokohama. Our team will do 100,000 healthy household. Our team will create, 100 new team elite, in the next few years, right? I got to see big things now, right? And so you decide to go, you go public, right? Go public, post it on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, every month, make it right in front of your face, all right? And put it in the dream board, put it in the restroom where you brush your teeth every morning, right? And then set that monthly target, right? With your leader. This month, what do I need to do? Next month, what I need to do. You have to you have to have a coach. My life changed. I made $1 million when I was 27 because I have a coach, a mentor who believe in me. And if I'm stuck, I call my mentor. Okay. And you track your progress and review it weekly. Focus on qualifying early. Don't wait till the end to start running. Right now, commit to be a BR and then, commit to become and helping 4 people in your team become BR. Surround yourself with the mind of your goal. See, what did I say? Dream board. Put it on there. Go get your kimono and put it right on your closet so you can see it, right? See, your life will change when you commit to your dream instead of your comfort zone. Commit to your dream, not your comfort zone. Yesterday I said comfort zone is where dream die. Comfort zone is where you waste your God-given, talent. And I'm gonna stop right here because I'm gonna bring up, someone. I just want to let you know a little bit. This is where the life that I love, that I can decide to do whatever I want to do. You know, Do you guys see that here in the Jazz Energy building here? Do you see that every Jazz game they have new skin all over the stadium, you know? But I didn't know that until I took my son to the Jazz game. And I'm here to tell you, you know, dream do come true. You don't have to worry about Team Elite Blue Diamond. Just focus on every 6 months going on success trip. Every 6 months going on success trip. And then in 3 years, you look up, you're like, oh my God, I'm a Blue Diamond and Team Elite, you know, living my dream. And so at this point, I want to bring up a leader who, you know, a year ago, she decided, you know, that I am going to, you know, move up. I'm going to rank up. I'm going to elevate up. I'm going to be a team lead. And just so you know, Clara, I mean, I just talked to Jeff. I said, Jeff, you tell me, you know, in the last few years, even now, is there a Latino team elite in the U.S. market, in the United States of America, not in Mexico, not in, yeah, I know Mexico is part of United States, but I'm talking about United States here, like 52 countries, not including Mexico. Or we're not talking about Colombia. We're not even talking about Argentina. Is there a team elite, a new team elite coming out, you know, in the last few years? Guess what? He say no. And so I know that I believe that Clara could be the first team elite, you know, in the United States market and you know represent you know in our team. So I'm so proud. She's gone on a few success trip in the last you know year as she's focused, as she worked, you know, and really truly understand, you know, new skin and truly align, you know, with OTG, One Team Global. And so, Clara, I want you to share, you know, and I know you have a lot of your team here. You know, what go through your mind and who are you seeing or how you see what you need to do and how a success trip has helped you and your team. And I want you to share about your feeling about Yokohama.
Okay, hi everybody. Wow, I'm super excited, Terry. I think I'm feeling more excited than never. And I want to speak, like you said, to all the people that they are here that they never earned any trip yet. So I want to let them know a little bit. It will be like 2 minutes. I want to share
Yes,
this. Um, when I qualified for my first success trip, everybody, I want to show you because I think that's very important. Like Terry says, share from our heart how we can do this. Yes. So number one, I went to the company and they explained like Terry, exactly like Terry says, you know, what we need to do. So the only thing that I wanted is to earn that success trip because I want to my husband see the vision because he didn't see it. So we earned the first trip on our first 6 months.
yes,
Okay, without knowing anything about network marketing, I didn't know anything. But the only thing that I know is that this business can change my life and my husband life and my kids life. So what I did is just to focus on do what it needs to be done. And it was the same plan that you just mentioned, Terry. It was the Ruby plan. It was exactly the same. That's why I'm like, wow, I have this presentation from a long time ago. So I wanted to share because this is what we did, exactly what Terry told us. But we were very focused. A lot of people that in the Latino community, they were telling me like that's not possible to qualify for a success trip in 6 months. But I proved the contrary because when you, like Terry says, when you have a goal, when you really focus on what you need to do and prospect, you know, like I was listen one of the videos of Nathan Riggs, Terry from
yes,
OTG, and he
yes,
said the key for this business is just to prospect. That's it.
yes.
Open
Mhm.
your mouth and prospect, and that's the reason that I earned my first trip. It was not easy. It was really tough. We don't have social media. I was working with one of my leaders that it was my sister in Mexico. Everything was in English. So. Right now, everything is so amazing, Terry, because the all the bonus, everything that they give you is amazing. Okay,
Yes,
so I was invited in my first trip. Okay, my first trip, I was invited to the suite to be with Sandy Tilsonton. This is only for the leaders that they are having a very they are growing. Okay, so they were like amazed how this Latin person did it in 6 months. I was with a team elite, with a circle of excellence here. I have two of circle of excellence here. So it was amazing to be here. And everything started just because a dream, because I wanted to earn the trip to take my husband, and my husband believed in the business. And also, it was amazing because I was with my upline with Tammy, and we had the best time too in South Africa. The
And
second,
you were there too.
yes,
Yes.
Terry. I was like, oh, I should be on that picture. I was thinking that right now. So the second trip, it was in South Africa, and like Two says, it was the most amazing success trip. And yes, I'm agree with him. My two boys, Nathan and Noah, they remember the safari. They remember all the amazing things. Tammy and me, we went on the balloon, so it was just amazing, 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 amazing. So anyway, so I just want to share this because a lot of you feel like, oh, how I'm gonna earn my first trip? It's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be this, and I just want to tell you, the only thing that we need to do is take action and prospect. That's it. And with Prism, Terry, to answer your question, Terry,
Yes.
is the most amazing tool that help us to open every single door. I
Yes. Yes.
haven't have a rest, Terry. That's why I'm like I feel I'm like this because in so many houses. And when I get to the houses of all my customers and people that I know, it's like, oh, can you scan my husband? Can you scan my kids? Oh, can you scan this? And then something that I shared this morning in the boot club with my team is like, I always ask for the neighbors. Oh, do you know the neighbor? And I always get introduced with the neighbors. So
Yes.
it's like constant, just constant talking to people and prospecting. And Prism is just the platform that it will help us to reach whatever you want: Team Elite, Blue Diamond, the success trip to Japan. Anything that you want, you have it in with Prism.io. Thank you, Terry.
Yes, that's awesome. But I'm gonna find the picture, Clara. The picture that we took with the whole company in South Africa. I saw you. You're in
Yes,
that picture. So I
yes.
gotta find that and put in our PowerPoint.
Please, please. I'm there, Terry. I'm there on the front. I'm there with my
Yes,
twin.
I saw it. I saw that picture. You see, team. I mean, Clara was part of our team, but she was in my team, but she was so deep down there that I only met her one time, and then because she was like in our business, we call like I'm like her great grandmom. But you know how life works, where eventually that the leader that's committed, the leaders that stay the course, eventually will rise up, and then we take notice, right? And so. I'm so, excited to work with Clara in the last year and get to really know her instead of just see her at event and hi bye. Because even though, remember they say, that you have it made in this business when people come up to you say, hey, I'm part of your team, and you're like, oh, okay, right? And so, and this is the time where I truly believe the right time, when the right time, God will bring people together to fulfill something even bigger, right? And right now with Prism, we can our job is really easy because we can just simply, ask people, do you have 15 seconds? Do you have 15 seconds that I can show how I can change your life, right? Even that quote right there. Do you have 15 seconds? I just partnered with a company that we have a truly, intelligent wellness device, and I'm in training, and I need, help, to scan, by individual, would you, I'm excited about this. We call it the e-door invitation. I'm excited about it. Can you help me out? Can you give me, 10 minutes so I can, get to know the, because I'm in training, and I need your opinion afterward. I'm in training, and I need your help. I need your opinion, or who do you know that could refer me to? See, I mean, we're gonna train you all that lingo, team, and then coming to Orange County, we're gonna have a wellness workshop. We're gonna have binders. I'm thinking because I'm all about systemize. How we can have binders with the assessment in there, with the, brochure, the scanner, the health brochure, wellness brochure, everything in package, in systemized that you can just sit with someone. You have this to show, you have the assess form, you have the PowerPoint, you don't need a laptop to go through the Prism. I would select very important, slide to print out, put in that, flip book, because I'm going back in the early day. I'm literally, when I, meet with them, Hugh, after 6 months in the business, I went to Seattle. I helped him become Ruby in 30 days, guys. In 30 days, he became my Ruby. And I'm here to show you guys, if you're committed, we're going to help you become Ruby in 3 months. And then you maintain through Ruby for 3 months, you go to Success Trip, okay? And so it's very clear. So we're going to systemize things. And, I'm going to travel as long as it's in the United States. We'll go Orange County. Hey, we'll go to Colorado. I know we have some Colorado team there. And then we have, wherever you are, if you put, 10, 20, 30 people together, I'll be there. We're going to scan the word. Okay. We're going to help people while we're, focus on serving other people. We're going to get on Success Trip. We're going to earn commission and all of that. I'm excited. So next time, we're going to continue to talk about, Success Trip. I love Clara. Next time, I want to see that whole PowerPoint so you can, help me, more on that. All right. And so thank you so much, team.
We have
Yes.
the announcement in Spanish already.
Yes.
We have it in English.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes.
We have already, Rose was working on the Spanish one. She helped me. And right now we are working on the business presentation in Spanish. It's really,
Yes.
we love like very,
Yes.
I don't know how to explain to everybody. We like very like colorful and all that. So we are making it very Latin.
Actually, we already have the assessment in Spanish through OTG. Yeah. I thought I sent it to you.
No, Terry, but we already have it.
Oh, got it, got it. Yeah, because we have, the Prism presentation in Spanish as well already. Remind me, I send it over to you. Okay.
We need
Yes.
that information.
Yeah, we have that in Spanish already. And so, team, as you can hear, anybody have any questions? I'm gonna give like 2-3 minutes. Any question?
Because Terry, we want to do the same like you, systematic 1, 2, 3, like that.
Yes.
So we are
Yes.
very aligned. Thank you, Terry.
Yes, thank you, team. Well,
Thank
I
you so
want you guys
much.
go tonight, just dream Ruby. Say, okay, in the next 3 months, I need to work with my leader, to become a BR, helping my people become BR so I can be a Ruby. And then, the last 3 months maintaining a Ruby, then you go. That's it. Simple. Be a BR, find 4
Okay.
BR, become a Ruby, maintain Ruby for 3 months, you go. That's it. That's how simple I can put it. Okay. Does that sound simple, Clara?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Take care, guys. Love you guys. Reach out to your upline or
Thank
me.
you.
Okay? Take care. Take care, team.
Thank you.